Item 2, communication from the chair.
Honorable members, I welcome you all to this morning's sitting. As you may be aware, that our brothers and sisters from the Muslim faith started the month of Ramadan on 10th March 2024. This marks a period of religious reflection, unity, and sharing across the Muslim fraternity. Aware of the importance of faith as a cornerstone of human existence, I take the opportunity to wish all the Muslims a happy and fulfilling Ramadan. I want to urge you to use this period to strengthen your faith. Pray for us, the representatives of the people of this country, and to uphold the traditions, the values, and the cultures so that we have a credible society. On that note, I want to commend the Chief Justice of Uganda, the Deputy Chief Justice, and the bench of Court of Appeal for the decision they took to outlaw the registrations of organizations that seek to promote the values that are not aligned to our society and want to destroy our society. Thank you so much, Judiciary. Honorable members, as it has been a tradition, I will host the Muslim faithful for a dinner on 22nd March at 4 in the parking here. Accordingly, I'm notifying all of you and welcoming all of you. You will be most welcome. We will be having a dinner there. Honorable members, I'm aware that the next general elections are drawing nearer. Various political parties at various stages are doing registration. And I want to urge all of you whose parties are doing registration to take part in it. And I have been informed that NRM members should go for registration. Mine is to give you the information. The registration is ongoing. Honorable members, I will amend the order paper to accommodate 2 motions by the Minister of Finance. The first one is to seek approval of the House for the movement of funds appropriated under supplementary budget Schedule 1 for financial year 2023-2024 from vote 13 to vote 166. And the second one is to table a proposal for tax exemptions for the financial year 2023-2024. Those are the amendments that we shall have. I want to thank you once again for coming. And we've called this meeting, this session this morning, for us to receive the ministerial statements. The deadline of receiving the ministerial statements is today, and the budgeting process has started. So we must receive the ministerial statements, they go to committees, and then we come back. Thank you. Yes, Alan?
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity. Madam Speaker, is it a policy? Is it under regulations for the Ministry of Education? The reason why I'm raising this is because Wednesday of this week in Akasike District, LOC 5 chairperson Mr. Komu subjected PLE mock exams to primary teachers in Nakaseke. I think they were hoodwinked and they sat exams, as in for those schools which performed badly, or students who failed in exams of PLE. So the Minister of Education should come and explain, how is it implemented? Is it a policy? How is it going to be implemented? Because indeed, when you look at it, some teachers are approaching me. They are saying that they are being disrespected in line of that. So meaning the minister has to come in and explain to the House, if it is a policy, how is it implemented? After exams, what next? The recommendation are subject to where exactly? To the District Service Commission, to the Public Service Commission. For those who have failed, what next? And for those who have passed, are they going to be promoted? So that is my concern. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity.
Government, we need an explanation to that effect. Are these people going to be promoted? Is that the best way to improve on performance?
Madam Speaker, Honorable Mara is asking, what does finance have to do with promotion of pupils? I am also holding the portfolio of the government chief whip. And in this regard, Madam Speaker, we shall ask the Minister of Education.
There's a procedural matter.
Madam Speaker, the NRM government may have disintegrated. But when you have senior ministers present, the one of health, public service, works, and others, and then you have a junior minister standing to say now is the boss of everybody, answering on behalf of government. Yes, we may have, the government may have disintegrated, because I have seen ministers in Masaka campaigning for Pirao, yet they are ministers of a sitting government. So the procedural issue I am raising, Madam Speaker, is whether you have been notified that the NRM government has completely disintegrated and anyone can be lead of government business, even when the cabinet ministers, if you read the constitution, it makes a distinction between the cabinet ministers and the ministers of state. It's not a show, it's not a ceremony. So Madam Speaker, have you been notified that the government has disintegrated, anyone can be lead of government business and answering on behalf of government?
I will not be notified that is this integrated, that government is disintegrated, but I've been notified that Honorable Musa Sisi is the acting leader of government business. And the fact that I'd already gotten a letter from the Prime Minister that most of the ministers were going to be out of station. They were going for registration. I think that's why they gave him. He can give us the answer if it really helps the community, really.
Madam Speaker, we undertake that the Minister of Education will come at the next sitting of this House and give the status.
But before we come with a statement, can we have an action taken on ground? Because you see, these teachers are disgruntled, they don't want now to go to school. Because after marking, maybe all of them have failed. Maybe all of them have failed. So what is the way forward? Is it a policy? Is it a policy that has just come? Yes, Haj.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I wanted to find out from my brother in the area. I know that under decentralization, sometimes at that level, when there is poor performance in academics, districts usually devise measures of addressing the poor performance. I know that it happens under decentralization. So I wanted to find out the clarification. Maybe has the district come up with the policy in that line, or there is nothing and somebody just took it upon themselves to begin conducting exams? I think there is need to be clarity on that. But I am aware that different districts usually devise different measures to address sometimes issues of that nature.
But members, you need to understand that there are several causes of why students or children fail. It may be because of the delayed payments, the long distance of teachers from where they stay to school. There is no induction of these teachers. So many things. So you will not only associate it with maybe on how the teacher performs as a person. You give somebody to do an exam of P7, a person in P1, a person teaching P1. Yes, Alan?
Yes, Madam Chair, Madam Speaker, for clarity, Mr. Com in 2018 came out with such regulations, with such directive, and I remember the Minister of Education interjected, stopping this arrangement. But recently, this is how they did it. But what we want as per now, the minister to come in and give clarity and explain if it is relevant, if it is a policy, if it is under regulation, so that the nation can be guided in that line.
Yeah, because if it is a policy, it should cut across the whole country, not a specific district. So the ministry, you need to, somebody should go on ground, one of the ministers should go on ground and see whether it is really true. And then an action must be taken.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Minister, for giving me. Honorable Minister and Right Honorable Speaker, there has been